what's up? It's Ben with nextlevelguitar.com. Thanks so much for joining us today. Bringing you another one of our Inspired By lessons, and we're going to look at the acoustic stylings of a great folk singer from the 70s. So let's take a look. Hey you guys, before we continue, click on the link in the YouTube text box below and we will send you a free video lesson and a coinciding ebook. It's absolutely free, nothing to lose. A lot of great information in there, so click on that link below, available only through nextlevelguitar.com, and we will continue on. Okay, so let's lay some foundation for our progression and our finger picking today. We're going to go through 3 chords, all basic open chords, and we're capoed here at the 3rd fret. You can apply this anywhere you want to, by the way. That's the great thing about the capo. We can slide that around. So first we're using an open position D chord. Open position A. Open position A. C. And our last chord is an open position G major 7. 3rd fret, 6th string. Skip the 5th string. 4th string open. 3rd string open. 2nd string, 3rd fret. And 2nd fret, 1st string. That's the key note in the chord there. Okay, next let's show you the picking hand assignments. We have 3 different variations that we want to show you today. Our first one is going to cover strings 5 through 1, and our thumb is going to pull double duty here. I'm going to have thumb on string 5, thumb on string 4, index on string 3, middle on string 2, and ring finger on string 1. So later on we'll refer to that as picking position number 1. Our second picking position is going to be just strings 5 through 2, and that's going to be thumb on 5, index on 4, middle on 3, ring on 2. So we'll call that right hand position number 2, picking position number 2. And our last one is going to be thumb on string 6, thumb on string 4, index on 3, middle on 2, ring on 1. Position number 3. So as we go through some of the chords, I may refer back to the right hand position that we're going to use. Okay, we had 4 chords, and we had a little bit of a different pattern going on each chord. So we're going to break these down chord by chord and show you 4 examples of some different finger picking patterns that we can play on each chord. Our first one's on our D chord, and what we're going to start out by doing is plucking strings 4 and 1 together. This is using right hand position, or picking hand position number 1. And we are going to pluck 4th string open and 1st string open together. We're kind of holding this D chord in position, getting ready. And I'm going to hammer on to my 2nd fret on the D shape. So we start out with 2 strings and hammer into position. Just working our way back and forth with our picking hands. Okay, next we're going to play strings 1, 2, and 3 all together. And I'm going to come up here and add my pinky to the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So we're doing a sus4 right there. And I'm plucking 3 notes here. Thumb, middle, ring. And then I'm going to release from the sus4 back into the D shape. Just play those top 2 strings. Okay, and then I'm going to close it out with some single notes. Here's our whole D chord phrase played all together. Okay, next we're transitioning to our A chord, and we're going to start this one out with our picking hand position number 1 for the first part of it, and then we're going to move to picking hand position number 2. So the first section playing in our first picking hand position is going to go like this. So we see there that our thumb is bouncing down and covering 2 notes in this part. Now, after you play up to there, we can move into position number 2 with our picking hand, so that we're just on strings 5, 4, 3, and 2. Here's the whole thing. So the thing to note there, obviously we're doing some hammer-ons and pull-offs, but also we have some 2-string groupings that we want to get comfortable with, both on strings 1 and 2 when we play the first part of it. And the second part, we're playing some groupings of strings 2 and 3. So we're grabbing those both times with your ring and your middle finger. So we want to get comfortable with our attack there. Strings 1 and 2 together, or strings 2 and 3 together. Okay, from there we're transitioning to a C chord. This one will flow a little bit easier than the first 2. So we get a nice little breather here. So we're on C, and we're going to be using right hand position number 2. And here's our pattern. We start with a forward roll. And then we're alternating there. We're kind of bouncing around the chord. So here's our whole pattern on our C chord. Okay, and lastly, we have a nice roll that we can play on our G major 7th chord too. Here's the roll, and we'll break it down for you. This is right hand position number 3, where we're going to jump from string 6 to string 4 with our thumb. So nice and stationary for our last 2 chords. No movements, but especially that G major 7th. We're highlighting that key note in the chord. Really has a nice sound, I think, in the context of that progression. We get that high note kind of just ringing out above the rest of the chord tones. So from there, you can cycle back around to your D chord and continue on through your progression. What's great about this is you have some rolls, you have some examples that you guys can use, but There's no rules that says you can't make changes. You can't make tweaks to what we're showing you here today and make it your own. Maybe put a hammer on in a different position. Maybe try some different embellishments or changing up some of the right hand patterns. That's one of the wonderful things about music and about guitar, is that we can take what we learn and adapt it into our own playing style. So thanks again so much for joining us today. I'm Ben Zinn for nextlevelguitar.com. Head over to that website, nextlevelguitar.com. We have so much great information there to help you out with your journey in learning guitar. Over 1,000 different video lessons for players of all skills, all styles. We got you covered over there. So head on over there, nextlevelguitar.com, and I'll see you back here next time. Thanks.